Hello everyone, welcome to Cybrosys Technologies. In today's video, we'll be discussing about what's new in Odoo 20 point of sale. So let's move on to the first feature. For that, we can just get into the point of sale. And the first feature that I'm going to discuss is about setting off the base unit price on the product labels. So if you just want to manage this feature, first you need to enable the reference unit price from the configuration settings. So actually, reference unit price feature comes under the website. So if you want to make it available in the point of sale of your business, you just need to customize that and get it. So let me just search for reference unit price, and here you can see that we have the product reference price that's at a reference price per UOM on products, and in addition to the sales price. Now let's consider an example. So let's see how does it work. It displays a reference price per unit alongside the sales price on the product page and print it on label. So let's consider a product which is paint, and here you can see that we have the product paint with 2 liter, and for 2 liter it will be $60, and you can see that and it will be sold automatically. But when you just set the reference unit over here as 2 per liter, you can see that for 1 liter it will be $30. Okay, so to do this feature, first we have enabled the product reference price feature from the configuration settings, and if you just want to directly get this feature, you can just get this feature directly from the configuration settings of the website module. Now we have just configured this under the product. Now we just need to print the labels. So in order to print the labels, we can move on to the action button, and under there you can find that we have the print button. Print labels, and let's choose the print labels over here. Later on you can choose the format, and let's click on print over here. So once it's done, you can see that the reference unit price will be showing over here. So here you can see that currently you can see the product is paint, and for 2 liter it will be $60, and for 1 liter it will be $30. So from this, we can say that displaying the price per unit may be mandatory in some countries, and this covers the European countries, UK and Australian consumers pricing regulations. So Odoo handles the calculations automatically. You just set the price unit count once on the product form. Now let's move on to the other features of Odoo 20 point of sale. In Odoo 20, we have the ability to drag and drop products in the POS interface to recognize them. This is native built-in capacity, no third-party modules required. And let's see how it works. So for that, we just need to click the layout button on the on the products. You can see that currently let me just choose one of the product from here. Now here you can see that I'll be getting the option to just drag and place it somewhere that I want to keep the item. Okay, and I'll be placing it over here, and oh my god, it's not going. Okay, let's see with the other product, and let's see. Yeah, we have just done with it. So what you have to do is you just need to switch from cell mode to organize mode with the drag and drop handling on each card, and this would allow you to grab a product card by handle and drop it into any new position. So the surrounding cards shift automatically to fill the gaps, and you can just click on save to save this feature. And why this matter in the Odoo 20 is that products in the point of sale were ordered alphabetically by default, and there was no built-in feature option to control the display sequence. So cashier had to rely on workarounds or third-party apps. Now you can surface your best sellers upfront and group the related items visually, or match your physical shelf layout, and all from within the register itself. Now let's move on to the other feature. Now let's talk about the Odoo 20 receipt printer paper size configuration through the developer mode. So first you just need to enable the developer mode. Later on you can just move on to the technical, and from here what you have to do is you can just move on like we have the settings technical, you can directly search from here. Or let's move on to the technical. Upon enabling the development mode, you would be able to see the technical over here. Click on the plus icon where you can see that we have the paper format under reporting. So as you just drag down here, you can see that we'll be having a section called reporting. There you can find the paper formats. So let's choose a paper format, and we can create a new paper format for the receipt printer. So let me click on new, where you can set the name of the paper printer. So I'm going to set the name of the paper printer as uh, receipt 80 and here you can provide the size of the paper. So you can just customize the paper size, and you can set the orientation. So here you can see that we have the top margin, bottom margin, and left margin and right margin. And if you just want to set, let's set the margin as 3 over here. And you can also set the heading spaces. So let me set the heading spaces. Then if you just want to set the output DPI, you can also just change it. Later on, you can save the changes that you have made over here. And we also just need to link the paper format to the receipt report. So for that, what you have to do is you can just move on to the uh, reports over here. So here, as you just move on to the uh, reporting section, here you can see that we have the reports, and under the reports we can click on new button to create a new report where you can provide the name of the action. So I'll be providing the name of the action as point of sale receipt and yeah, here we have, and here we can just provide the model name. So if you don't know the model name, you can just search for the model name from the technical session and you can just get it. So here you can see I'm going to first let me copy the name so that I don't need to rewrite it over here. So here you can see that we have the models. Let me discard this and let's move on to the models. Now under the model you can search for point, and you'll be getting all the models related to the point. So here we have the point of sale, like the category and everything. So here you can see point of sale configuration, point of sale order, point of sale receipt, point of sale printer. So let me set the model over here as point of sale printer. So you can choose the reports over here, and from there you can again choose it and provide the template name over here. So we cannot do the practical side of this, and I'll be showing the workflow because we need to just connect with the IoT to manage. So once it's done, you can just move on to the point of sale module, and from there you can head into the configuration settings, and you can see that we have a section called the printer where we can set the printer over here to connect and get the details. So here, usually we use the Epson printer, and that's recommended with the Odoo point of sale. And you can just connect through the network or USB or through the IoT box. So right now, if I'm not connecting all those, but I'll show you how to just do it. So here, if you're just going with the IoT boxes, you just need to enable this IoT boxes, and you just need to provide the customer display barcode scanner card, or the card readers and the electronic scale. And under this, you also just need to enable the receipt printer that connects the printer to the POS. So you just need to provide the printer details, default printer. And if you just want to link a cash drawer, you can also just do it over here. So that's how we manage with the receipt printer paper size configuration through the developer mode in Odoo 20. So that's all for today. If you find this video informative, please do like, share and subscribe our channel. If you want Odoo customization, Odoo implementation and Odoo tutorial videos, feel free to contact Cybrosys, and thank you for watching the video.